afternoon, folks. Welcome to the varsity baseball game this afternoon between Foxborough High School and the King Philip Warriors on Thursday, April 14th. Myself, Frank Chafoun, and my partner, Kenny Goodwin, are going to do our best to try not to have a mistake-filled broadcast for you, so bear with us. We're not professionals here, but we hope it's a little fun too. And we'll try to go around the infield and outfield for you as soon as we can. Starting pitching for the Foxborough Warriors is Matthew DeGeorge, senior. Catching, Matthew Morshed, senior. At first base, Sean Sullivan, another senior. At shortstop, Ross Chafoun, senior. Third base, Mike Swanton, junior. Second base, Brendan Greeley, junior. Left field, Ricky Carchidi, senior. In center, Phil Giardino, senior. And over and right, that's Timmy Cheney, and he's a junior. Foxborough Warriors currently are 2-0 in the Hockomock League, having beaten Mansfield and North Attleboro. And as soon as we get the King Philip Warriors record over here, we'll bring it to you. First batter up for the King Philip Warriors will be center fielder Pat Cronin. First pitch in there for a strike. On that outside corner for strike two.
Good start.
Matt DeGeorge is one of a bevy of senior pitchers Todd Kaiser has at his disposal. There's a foul off to the right. This is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, pitching staffs in the Hockomock League currently, and they have been favored by several folks who probably know a lot more than I do about baseball to be favored in the Hockomock League. Kenny and I have had the luxury of having the juniors and seniors with us since they've been 9 years old. So. There's a pop up to Ross Chafoun at short. We got one down. You could tell just from the camera how bad that wind is once it gets above the treetops, Kenny, huh?
Absolutely. It's been this way just about all week. In North Attleboro it was windy too. Very windy. Windy
and very cold. They say spring's in our future. We'll see. Second batter up, Rob Shirley, shortstop. DeGeorge looks pretty sharp early on, Kenny.
Throwing strikes. Just want to comment, he had him 0-2 on the first batter. You don't want to get the third or the fourth pitch anywhere near the plate. I mean, you're throwing strikes, throw that ball outside once in a while. Throw a little high inside, move it around.
Absolutely. There's a little slider on the outside corner for strike two.
Now let's see if he moves it around. Throw it out of the strike zone right here. See if the batter will take a chance at it.
There's a pop-up over our heads out of play. If you haven't seen Matt DeGeorge pitch, very effective, short delivery. Ball explodes out of his hand. And he's got a nice little curveball. And I like his temperament because he pitches with a lot of heart. And when he gets behind, he pitches with a lot of anger. When he pitches with anger, he pitches better. Tough play. Good try by Mike Swan at third base. That's a tough play. Going to his left. And Shirley just beat the throw. Third batter up for the KP Warriors, Dave McGuire. We're familiar with Dave. Dave's a senior third baseman pitcher, probably their best pitcher. Just pitched the other day. We're lucky to miss him. Matt's been able to get ahead of the first three hitters with some pretty good stuff on the ball. He looks like he's throwing pretty hard, Kenny. Nice stop by Matty Moorshed. The KP Warriors are coached by Eddie Moran, who has taken his team to a state final, and his assistant coach. A lot of area folks would know him. Jeff Plimpton had a career with the Red Sox and came up through the ranks with Boston about 10 years ago. Actually, maybe about 15 years ago. We're all getting old. Sean Sullivan holding on the runner.
Good pitch to go on right here, Frank.
Excuse me,
2-1. Most likely you're either going to get, most of the time you'll see a fastball right here.
There he goes. Good call, Kenny. What do we got, a 2-2 count here
Yep,
now?
2-2.
Matty DeGeorge has already beaten Mansfield this year in his first start of the season. Little high, little high.
Let's see if we do a little hit and run here. 3-2. 1-0.
Nice pitch, low and outside. He went for it. Had to protect the plate. 2 outs. Now batting for the KP Warriors, Craig Turner. Craig's an outstanding catcher for the KP team. He was a Hockomock League All-Star last year. His brother was a terrific ball player for KP in the Foxborough Legion, as a matter of fact. Little high. Looks like the outfield's playing straight away for Turner. Got good gap power, quick hands, nice top hand.
I think we might want to check him here. I think he might be going. Oh.
Nice pitch. The George seems to be working the outside corner, Kenny, pretty good.
Yeah, Matt, as far as a catcher, too. Matt knows what he's doing behind the plate. No question about it. He can help a pitcher when he's really struggling to throw strikes, too.
Referring to Matt DeGeorge, he's one of the best defensive catchers around this area. Outstanding hitter, good all-around baseball player. I think we had a little lapse there between second and short, trying to get over there a little late.
It looked like a good throw.
Yep.
I mean, the catcher can't wait for somebody to cover the bag. He's got to throw to the bag. Somebody's got to be there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Shirley's on second base with a stolen base. Ooh. Good pitch, good pitch. A little out of the strike zone. Turner draws a walk. Next batter up is sophomore Bill Walzak playing left field for KP. KP actually has 3 sophomores starting today.
Needs to throw a strike here. You get 2 outs. Throw a strike. Let him put the ball in play.
There you go. Nice curveball there by DeGeorge. Walzak's got 2 strikes on him.
We got 1 and 2 right here, Frank. I'd like to see him throwing either low in the dirt or high inside.
Test the sophomore, absolutely.
Yep.
Test him. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. A little outside. Good place for it. Sean Sullivan's playing back of the runner at first base. We got another full count.
Almost bit on the high curve.
He's got to come right at him here.
You got 3 and 2, 2 outs. I think you'll see the runners take off a little early here.
Please excuse Kenny and I if we sound like homers, because we have a great deal of affection for these kids, so we're going to be pulling for them. There's another walk. Looks like he's aiming the ball, Kenny, a little bit.
Yeah, he started out first 2 batters right there.
Going right
I
at
don't
him.
know if it's whether the runners on base changes the thing for him, but he'll find it back in the groove. Just throw strikes. You got a good defense behind you.
That's the name of the game. Get the ball over the plate, put the ball in play. Let the kids field it. There we go. And this is an outstanding fielding Foxborough team, ladies and gentlemen. Terrific athletes on the field right now. These are all good athletes, multi-sport athletes. Try to get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, from here it's hard to tell where Matt is setting up. I don't know whether he's setting up on that outside corner.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit outside, Kenny, huh? I think having talked to some of these pitchers early on, they've got to get into the inside part of the plate. Oh, close, but foul ball. Foul ball. I think I neglected to mention this fella's name, too. This is Brett Roy, the first baseman. But these pitchers, these young pitchers for Foxborough, they've got to be able to put the ball on the inside part of the plate. They've got to get some respect. They've got to get the hitters off the plate a little bit, and then they can come back with the curves and the slow stuff. Speaking of curves, there's another one, and we're out of it. We talk about senior leadership, but there's 3 outstanding juniors in the starting lineup in this everyday Foxborough baseball team. Young Kenny Goodwin, an outstanding prospect, shortstop, infielder, can also pitch. Mike Swanton at third base, and Tim Cheney, out in right field, who also is another outstanding young pitcher. All three of those young men recently have been elected to the Foxborough football captains for the 2005 season. And as we talked a little earlier about the athleticism and the desire of these boys to play 2 or 3 sports, it's easy to see that we have to have our best athletes in a very small town to succeed, and we do. This is a great football program, baseball program on the rise, basketball program, wrestling program, outstanding athletic program at Foxborough High School, and Kenny's a product of that. What do you think, Kenny? You think we got a pretty good shot to win this league this year?
Oh, absolutely right. Just with the younger talent helping you, and also the junior class, and like you said earlier, the senior class it's just unreal how these guys play ball together. You just got to put it all together at the same time.
Exactly. Leadoff hitter for the Foxborough Warriors is young Kenny Goodwin, who I believe is the DH today. But he's multi-talented. He can play anywhere. He can play infield, outfield. He can catch for you if he need be. He can pitch. Most of these kids played on the Diamond League baseball team last year, and 16, 17, and 18-year-olds in the summer, and participating in football passing leagues and basketball leagues. Their summers are pretty much taken up with athletics. So these kids have a lot of desire and a lot of athleticism and a great work ethic, which is, I know, what you think about these kids as well in terms of their work ethic. That's one of the reasons why they are as successful. You see these kids in the weight room running during the week. It's nice to see a nice bond between sophomore through senior classes here. And I tell you, if we put this all together, this is going to be a dangerous team in the tournament.
Gotta fight that one off a little bit. A 3-2 count on her. Kind of a weird motion from this pitcher here, Frank.
Yeah,
huh? That's over the top.
Right, exactly. He played in the Diamond League for the Norfolk contingent last year, and he had that tough overhand delivery. It's a great at bat for Kenny Goodwin. Burke walks the first batter, and now Timmy Chaney walks into the lineup. Walks into the batter's box, excuse me, another junior outstanding athlete. And besides being named captain of the football team, Timmy was recently named captain of the basketball team for the 2005-2006 season.
I gotta get the signs from Kaiser. I gotta know what's going on here. I'd like to know whether he's going or not.
There he's going. There he goes. Nice throw by Turner, but Kenny beats it. And that's already Kenny's 5th stolen base of the year, I think, isn't it, Kenny?
Yep. Yeah, he had 4 coming in. It's nice to see we did a little something different there. We had Timmy Chaney take a pitch there on the steal, whereas North Attleboro we had an attempt to steal. I think Kenny had like 3 attempts in a row to steal, and we had the batter hitting, and he made contact, fouling the ball off.
Mm-hmm. Good point. That's a good point. You don't always need the hit and run. We've got a lot of talented speed kids on this team.
Yes.
We got another full count, right?
Yeah, he checked that, and I believe he said he went.
Oh, he did say one? Okay, so we're full. Yep. Goodwin's got a nice lead at second base. He's going to score on a single, I'll tell you right now. That ball's through, he's going to score.
It's a fair ball.
Nice play by Craig Turner. One out.
Cheers.
That's all right. I just have it stuck over here. We're improvising along the way here, folks. Bear with us. Next hitter for Foxborough is Mike Swanton, another captain-elect of the 2005 Foxborough Warrior football team. I'll tell you, Mike's a big kid, Kenny. If he gets a hold of the ball, he can hit it a long way, and he's got a great uppercut.
Absolutely. The thing I like about Mike Swanton is he can go the opposite field as a lefty. I think his favorite spot more is left center. He likes to, because they like to pitch him outside, so he likes to push the ball that way, and he does it very well.
And that means he's sitting on the ball a little bit too, which is nice to know. He's got those kind of hands that he can get the bat through that quickly.
Very patient
there
hitter.
You go. There's an RBI right there. Good job, Mike. And the Warriors jump out to a 1-0 lead.
A little different sitting up here, Frank. You can't yell, you can't yell to the players like you usually do. It might happen yet, though.
You and I know we both have to be careful what we say up here. Sometimes we act like coaches instead of fans. I mean, that's just part of the program, I guess. Now one of the premier hitters in the Hockomock League last season, and I'm sure he will be by the end of this season, Matthew Moorshed, outstanding catcher, senior for the Foxborough Warriors. Little low. Burke's trying to get on top of that curveball. He has a good overhand slow curveball. If he's able to get that over the plate, it makes his fastball that much more effective. If he's high with it, he's in trouble. Wind seems to be blowing in from center field across the diamond here. That ball's back to the screen. I'm not sure if that's a wild pitch or a pass ball. That's kind of a tough call, and I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, it did look like the catcher, if he just slid over, Frank, and got on and down his pads, he could have stopped it. It did hit in front of the plate.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike Swanton's down to second base. We got another runner in scoring position.
Tough location, outside corner. I believe it had the outside corner, looking at it from here.
Nice pitch, nice pitch. Batting fourth for Foxborough. Oh, I'm sorry, batting fifth for Foxborough. Phil Giardino, outstanding center fielder for the Foxborough Warriors and another Hockomock League All-Star last year.
From watching Varsity last year and what I've seen this year, best arm in the outfield right here.
Oh,
in
he's got a
Hockomock.
gun. He
Absolutely.
has got a gun. Nice stop by Turner there. I've seen most of the outfielders in this league last year, and some of them so far this year. And I gotta tell you, I think Phil's probably the best outfielder in the league. He can run into the gap, And like Kenny said, he's got a tremendous arm. He's got a tremendous. I think he had like 6 or 7 assists in 20 games last year, which is an outstanding defensive percentage. He's also a kid who's the ball on the field a lot, and he's also an outstanding bunter. I don't think we want to do that, Phil.
No, because about 90% of the time, the second one now thrown at him right here is going to be a strike too.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care if it's a foot outside.
Those umpires have a long, deep memory. Eddie Moran's out to the mound trying to calm his young pitcher down. And I'll tell you something, Kenny, there isn't one easy out in this lineup. 1 through 9, these kids can bang the baseball. And I know probably a lot of them are even aggravated. They're not batting higher. It's just part of the deal here. Don't throw fastballs at this Foxborough team because you're going to see them go a lot further out than they came in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got the talent, like you said, right through the order. I mean, if you're producing, yeah, you're moving up. And if you're not, you're going to move down. Whether that's totally up to you from there. You're in charge of that. You hit the ball, you're moving up.
You hit, you play. Absolutely.
Absolutely right. This is Ricky Cacciuti. I asked him before the game what he wanted me to call him. And I like Ricky Cacciuti, so okay, this is Ricky Cacciuti.
Ricky Cacciuti is a left fielder for Foxborough, and he's a great kid, and he's going to be playing football at Assumption College next year. They're going to make him a safety. Tough kid is as tough as they come. And he's a kid that he's a great mistake hitter. Sometimes has difficulty with the curveball, but I'll tell you what, you make a mistake with him, it's going to go about 400 feet.
I like the way the pitcher started, Frank. He could place the ball where he wanted to with the curve, but now he's just having a little trouble finding the spot for the curveball now.
In this wind and cold, sometimes your arm tightens up right while you're pitching. And there's not a lot of margin for error for an overhand pitcher like this either. He's either got to be there. He can't come down. He doesn't appear to have the ability to come 3/4 where he might have a little bit more control. He's coming directly overhand, and that ball is in the strike zone, and he's hot with that. He's gonna maintain control, but if not, he's gonna be all over the place. And right now, well, he got that one in there, but he's been pretty much all over the place.
Yeah, usually, it varies, but he's coming straight over the top no matter where he's pitching from the stretch or from the windup. It doesn't change.
That's right. We got Swanton at second, Giardino at first. Well, the count's full. We gonna run these guys? What do you think?
Absolutely. 3 and 2, 2 outs. Get them moving.
You think we'd be running here? I hope we are. They're going. You got them. One thing I'd like to pass along to the people who take the time to watch these broadcasts. These guys do a great job. Cable 8 Sports does a great job. Football, basketball, wrestling. It's a real community involvement, and a lot of helpers, a lot of volunteers. I really don't know too much about the broadcast itself, having done maybe only one or two of these before. But they do a great job for the community, and I know the kids appreciate it. A lot of the kids have made tapes of their games and watched them over and over again. Just want to pass along that a lot of folks in the community who can't get out to see some of these games, I'm sure very much appreciate them on television. First batter in the bottom of the second, pitcher Mike Burke. There's a shot down the line.
Good effort by the third baseman, Swanton. That was hit right down the line. He had another foot on his glove, he might have had it. But that was a shot.
Leadoff single by KP. Next hitter, Glenn McElway, second baseman.
From here, Frank, I didn't think he fouled it. I thought it would just hit the chest protector of Matt. Didn't sound like the bat.
I know it. It's tough. We've got the sun glaring in our face here.
In fact, I think the Rentham coach is questioning it now.
Mm-hmm. He'd probably be right to also. Sean Sullivan holding on Burke at first. One of the things we tried to get on Matt about, sometimes there's some gap in the time that he gets the ball. He's got to be effective. He's got to get the ball and throw. Go to the mound, not do a lot of thinking, and he's got a great arm, and he has a lot of movement on the baseball, and it's kind of a tricky delivery if you haven't seen him in the past. But the better he is. He gets better as he pitches more quickly. And there's another base hit. Line drive single to center by Glenn McElway. And the KP Warriors have guys on first and second. Ninth batter for KP, Chris Caliendo, playing right field. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm wondering with the previous batter trying to bunt the guy out for second. We got no outs here, first and second. I wouldn't be a little surprised if the ninth batter we're going to bunt again.
There you go.
On Matt.
Great call, Kenny. Nice play by Matt DeGeorge. I think Coach Moran thinks this might be a close game too, and getting some people in scoring position is going to be in his best interest, especially later on if he can get one in now. And I think he's right.
You got your leadoff batter here?
Yeah,
Frank?
yeah. Back to Pat Cronin again, center fielder. And that's definitely a wild pitch, and it moves up the runners. Things are blowing around up here. Thank God for tape. The George's choice of delivery with 2 guys on. Full windup. I think we're going to get a run in right here, Ken.
I think we're going to see the arm
Watch
right
the
here.
arm right here.
See what happens.
I think Phil might have thought there were 2 outs, Kenny.
Yeah, it looked like he just brought the glove down and took a couple of steps in and finally realized there was a guy taking off from third.
Yeah.
And that makes 2 outs. The guy on second.
Yep. Good play by Mike Swanton. We're out of the inning. All these kids can punish the ball, and once they get on one of those streaks, you're going to see one of these 17-2 games, and it's not going to be pretty. One out. Now batting shortstop Ross Jaffoon. I'll tell you, if there's a ball hit up in the air out in the outfield, Kenny, it's going to be a difficult play for somebody because that wind is blowing pretty good.
Yeah, I think you'll end up, if it's hit the center field, the shortstop might catch it.
Yep. Nice overhand curveball for strike 1.
Playing a little timeout game, Frank. That time it was Ross. The first time it was the catcher.
I think they figured out how to annoy each other.
Yeah. There you go.
There's a ball down the line. And Jaffoon's on first base with a single. If I were a betting man, I would say in the next 2 pitches, Ross is going.
All right. I'll take you up on that.
All righty. Now batting Brendan Greeley, second baseman.
That's a big lead.
It is a big league, and he better be careful.
Yep, he held him for the first one. Coach K's are giving the signs now.
I think some base running blunders might have cost us some runs in the first game.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about Case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know whether this is a team rule or a Hockomock rule that you have the other players on the team coaching the bases. And sometimes they're just not, as loud as a coach would be or vocal enough.
Well,
Just let the runners know what's going on.
he's going. Stolen base. You bring up a great point, and probably my biggest pet peeve in the Hockomock League is the fact that they do not allow coaches of any kind, head coaches, assistant coaches, to coach the base pass. Yet they'll put a 15-year-old kid who's a sophomore, not playing. He'll put the game in his hands in the last inning on a ball hitting the gap, and we've got kids running all over the place. And that kid has got to make a decision. The kid maybe coaching third base has got to make a decision whether or not to send him home. That decision should not be in the hands of a 15-year-old substitute baseball player.
I agree with you 100%. It should be either the coach himself or an assistant that he has helping him with the team. Absolutely.
And while we were talking here, Brendan Greeley walked. I apologize for that. I think one of the things you're probably going to get here is an opinion from Jaffoon and Goodwin. I think we might tell you what we think, huh?
Yeah, that's possible.
Nice stop by Craig Turner. We'd like to have a buck for every game we've coached, huh, Kenny?
Oh, you got that right. Yeah.
Or played.
Yeah, played, coached, enjoy the game very much.
We got a double steal again. Well, we've got two more guys in scoring position. And Kenny Goodwin at the plate.
I'm going to say call timeout, yeah. It's taking a little time. We're having a little trouble here between the catcher, the Rentham catcher, and the coach as far as the signals. And I don't know who's taking long, whether it's the coach or the catcher. He's been called timed out 3 times already.
Right, exactly. Nice stop by Craig Turner there.
This curveball just not reaching the plate anymore.
Exactly. It's starting to dip. He's throwing a 55-foot curve. And for those of you who don't know the distance between the pitcher's mound and home plate, it's 60 foot 6 inches. And talking to Foxborough coach Todd Kaiser before the game, our mound is in need of some work, and we could raise it about another 1 or 2 inches to make it legal, which is 10 inches in height. Nice at bat by Kenny Goodwin right there. That his second walk? That's his second walk, Kenny, right?
Yep, second walk.
We're full. And I don't think there's anybody out, right, Ken?
We have one out.
Well, one out?
Yep. Sean Sullivan.
Oh, Sean Sullivan,
first batter.
First out, yeah. And here's Timmy Chaney. And Burke decides now to go into a full windup. There's the overhand curveball for us.
Yeah, that one come in. That one worked.
We got some pretty good speed on the bases right now. This ball goes in the gap. We're going to score 3. One of the things I have noticed, Kenny, is that this Burke kid's throwing the ball on the outside part of the plate, and he's got some of our kids reaching for the ball. I don't know if we can get any closer to the plate or there's movement on the ball, but he seems to be throwing the ball low and outside, and we seem to be going for a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up. I really can't see the home plate from here, Frank, because it's dirty. I don't know whether we're deep in the box and the curveball is breaking prior to getting to the batter.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. We are doing a lot of reaching in the outside corner of the plate.
Another terrific stop by Turner.
He's getting beat up back there, isn't he? Huh?
Yeah, he's a tough, hard-nosed kid. He's a good baseball player. His brother, I believe, plays at Eastern Nazarene. Second baseman, AJ. That was an outstanding play by Kenny Goodwin right there, and something that goes unnoticed because he turned a potential double play ball into a run. That's the great thing about baseball, is some of the small things that you don't see lead to a winning team, and that's one of them. Kenny hustled to second base, took the second baseman out, so he couldn't relay back to get Cheney at first. And as a result of that, Jaffoon scores, and we've got guys on first and third. And now Mike Swan's up for his second time. I'm thinking you might see a stolen base here, or an attempt.
Yeah, sure, wouldn't hurt with 2 outs. I mean, if Timmy does get thrown out, you'd have Mikey leading off.
Yep. Fly ball to left. The left fielder actually turned around.
Yep. We had the ball either bounce over the fence, Frank, or underneath.
Boy, that's difficult to see. I knew the left fielder. I could see the left fielder Walzak actually turn around, and as the ball's coming off a left-handed bat, it's going towards the line. So he got turned around on that play, but it was a great job by Mike Swanton, and the ball bounces over the fence for a ground rule double, and probably stopped Cheney from scoring. Swanton's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, and 2 RBIs. Great job, Mike. Matt Morshed's now coming up to the plate. Guys on second and third.
What I talked a little bit about earlier was Mike Swanton, the way he likes to go to left field.
Exactly.
He likes to pick that outside pitch because the pitches, most of them like to pitch him outside. He pushes the ball very well to left field.
Right. Kenny, you would know most. You've had Michael probably since he's been 9 years old, playing on the All-Star team. Kenny's, for those who don't know, has probably coached these juniors since they've all been babies in football, and been very successful there, and in baseball, and been very successful there. So, I think we had him picked off too.
Oh, we had him. Yep, good throw to second base. We had him. Yep.
But getting back to that point, Michael has played for Kenny and Timmy Cheney, and obviously Kenny's son, Kenny. 3 outstanding ball players who have broken into this lineup and major contributors. These are 2 runs we can use right here.
Absolutely. This early in the game, absolutely. Pitcher's getting, I believe, tired, Frank.
Yeah,
he looks tired. Nothing's working for him right now.
He does seem tired. There's another walk. We're full again?
Most of the time when you find a pitcher throwing the ball high later in the, well, I shouldn't say later in the game, only in the bottom of the second, he's struggling, he's tired. He's throwing the ball high, he can't get it down.
Coach Moran's coming out. I think he's buying some time. Last year, King Philip, I believe, lost 3 games, 2 of which in the Hockomock League to Foxborough. Both games, if I can remember correctly, we pounded the baseball unmercifully. I think we beat them 12-1, and maybe I can't even remember the other score, but it was another good offensive outing. I know Ross pitched both of those games and got the victories in those games, but we had some tremendous offensive output in both of those games, and those were the only Hockomock League games that King Philip lost last year. They went into the tournament, I think, 17-3, if I'm not mistaken. always had a great reputation for baseball in the Tri-Town district of Rentham, Norfolk, and Plainville. Phil Giardino. I think this young fella's a little tired, Kenny.
Yeah, he's struggling. Even when the conference from the coach coming out and giving him a little bit of break in between pitches, it didn't help in that last one anyway.
For those of you who don't know it, Philip has enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and will be heading down to Parris Island in the middle of June when he graduates from high school.
Hey, we're not watching the game down there. We're throwing.
And you're not going to find a better young man than Phil Giardino, I can tell you that right now. How many outs do we have here, Kenny?
We got two.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Okay.
Bases loaded. 3 and 2. 2 outs.
Take a look at the base pass, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see a lot of running right now. You got him.
Yep, he come back.
He got himself out of that hole.
Absolutely.
You know, we were talking about athletes early on, the athleticism of these kids. Let's just go around the field and basically you can see what I'm talking about. Matthew Morshed behind the plate, one of the best catchers in southeastern Massachusetts, also has wrestled. He was a football captain, linebacker. Sean Sullivan, track, baseball, football. Brendan Greeley, I'm not sure. Brendan plays basketball. I'm not sure.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as the basketball part of it,
I think
baseball all the time.
Yeah, baseball all the time. Does he play? I don't think he plays football.
No.
I might be wrong.
Nope.
But he's a good-looking young athlete too. Ross, 3-sport captain, baseball, basketball, and football. Mike Swanton, captain-elect of the football team, be the starting quarterback next year. Matt DeGeorge, football, baseball. I'll get to the other ones in a second. Right down the middle.
That's a good start.
Ricky Carchidi out in left field, another outstanding athlete. Football, baseball. Phil in center field, football, baseball. Timmy Chaney, 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, basketball. Captain-elect of the football team, captain-elect of the basketball team. So I think you can see we got some pretty good athletic talent on this team. And some of the youngsters on the bench equal to the task, and many of them would be starting on other teams in this league. There's a very talented, deep baseball team, and I know Kenny and I have been looking forward to this for many years as we talked and had some fun talking about these kids as they were growing up. There's been some tremendous assistant coaches that have helped nurture these kids. Myself with John Randall, and who's one of the best eyes for talent I think that you could have, and a great lover of these kids. Phil Giardino Sr. has coached with me for several years. Kenny, how about yourself, Kenny?
Sorry, Frank.
Some of them
watching the foul balls going over
as these
the
kids
top of my head.
Yeah.
As far as assistant coaches, Mr. Cheney,
Yeah.
been an assistant coach with me for
Right.
a while. Mr. Greeley himself
Mhm.
coached with me. My dad's been with me a few years as far as midget football.
Right.
Funny story is I played against Dad years ago in Little League. Back then, once you were on a team, you were there.
Uh-huh.
And Dad started coaching after that.
Yep.
You want to pick that up right there?
There's a play. We're going to have a play right here. We got him. Oh! Woo! That was close.
Yes,
that was
it
close.
was.
That was a
Wow.
great relay.
Yep, absolutely.
Nice relay, Ross. Ricky Carchidi got to the ball quickly. Boy, that was close. It looked like he had him. I've got a tough angle here, so I can't really see as well as probably the umpire could, but it looked like a pretty close play.
You hope, right?
Yep, yep,
You hope you had a better view than we did.
yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't want to get on the umpires too
Yeah,
early.
I know it. We know it.
They'll throw me off this truck.
Then we'd have to give the mic to Cheney, right? I
Exactly.
don't know what happened then.
Oh, boy. Double for Dave McGuire. And Craig Turner's up at the plate right now. I think the temperature just dropped about 3 degrees.
Absolutely. It's cold. The wind's blowing. I got the fans over here chasing all my paperwork that's blowing across the parking lot.
As long as the wind doesn't blow us off of here, we'll be okay. Well, now we got Turner on first base with a walk. And we've got some work to do here. Bill Walzak, the batter. I don't think either one of these pitchers are going to last the whole game, do you? I think they've both thrown a lot of pitches so far.
Yeah, they have. You're right. Absolutely right. Plus, with the cold weather, the way it is cold out here now, you wonder how much longer they can go.
You know, it's true, but, you know, the more success you have offensively, the tougher it is for the pitcher because he's got to sit on the bench a long time.
Absolutely right. And this weather right here,
Yeah.
it doesn't take long to get cool.
Yeah. The lesions that have been broken down in your shoulder are going to tighten right up.
What number batter you got here, Frank?
This is the 6-hitter. I'm sorry, this is the 5-hitter. Yeah, sophomore
yeah.
Billy Walzak.
Changed a little bit here. Earlier, the early innings, he had first and second with no outs, and he was trying to push people around.
That's right.
Evidently, we're going to let this kid hit.
And that's a good point because this young man's a sophomore, and I don't know if he has that kind of experience to, or has seen these varsity pitchers for a long time. So you would think he'd want to move him over, maybe. Then again, we can't find the plate. So we got bases loaded. And I don't think we have anybody loosening up over there.
It's a good time for Matt to go out and talk to Matt.
Right.
Settle him down, just a little talk once in a while. Usually, most of the time, finds you control. Just relax. Throw strikes. I'd rather have the person hit the ball at my defense than I would just to give him free walks.
Exactly. Now, besides the George, we've got an infield full of pitchers. All four of those kids, Sullivan, Greeley, Jaffoon, and although Jaffoon pitched against North Attleboro, and Swanton can pitch. And Timmy, when did Timmy pitch? Monday? Timmy pitch Monday? Yeah, against Martha's Vineyard, I think.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so
Yep.
he probably was out of the question. Phil's not a pitcher, and Ricky's not a pitcher out and left. But we do have 3 pitchers on the field, and I'm sure we have 2 or 3 on the bench too as well.
Yeah, I was looking over at the bench, and I was trying to figure out who on the bench he could be warming up. So we might have to take a guy out from the infield to warm him up,
Right.
in case we do need him.
Right. There we go.
We're going to see Matt snap out of this, though. He's going to come back.
Well, he's got to get into a rhythm. He's got to get into a quicker rhythm. And sometimes that's the catcher too. The catcher's got to push the pitcher a little bit. Well, hopefully we don't dig a deeper hole. It's 2-1 right now. There we go. There we go.
Nice job, Matt.
That was a huge pitch right there. This is the spot where Matt likes to use his curveball. He uses his curveball more for his out pitch than his fastball, and you might see this away right here. We got 2 here. Oh, jeez. Nice play by Greeley, and I don't think Ross covered the base. And they got another run, so it's 3-2. So we still have trouble. We got guys on second and third. Coach Kaiser's going to have to make a decision here pretty soon. Now we've got some movement over there. I'm pitching, and I can't see who's warming up over there. Kenny, I get to get the sun on our face here.
I believe it. From here, it looks like Tommy Fitzmaurice.
Okay.
And I believe he's playing catch with Mike O'Neill, I believe.
Well, we only got 1 out here. Score's 3-2. I think I said it was 3-2. It's 3-1. I think the cold's getting to me. That's the pitcher, Mike Burke. Big pitch right here, Kenny. This is full count.
All right, and we'll see if Phil shoot home on this one.
There's a gun. Watch this. Watch this.
He left early.
He's got him anyway.
Early.
Oh, he got him anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That
Nice throw.
is a gun, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Phil Giardino.
I guess in the future, Frank, we're going to have the Cable 8 Sports truck here, which I guess it has one more camera than what we have today. And I kind of think it would help us in a way, just because now we can get our replays.
Yeah.
And we'd have the monitors in front of us, and
It certainly would be nice
maybe
to
we'd
see.
be able to
Yeah,
talk a little bit more in
Yeah.
between innings.
Yep, yep. I would definitely like to see that throw again from Phil.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. It's worth a second look.
Interesting to note about that throw. That throw didn't go more than 10 feet off the ground either.
No,
when he released
absolutely
it.
not. Just cleared the pitcher's head.
That
One
was a-
bounce right
that
there.
was a P. And as you said, Matt blocked the plate like he can do. What an invaluable asset to have a catcher who wants to stick his face in front of everybody coming down third base. It's,
Absolutely right. Willing to take that risk
Yeah.
of an injury with a collision coming at you. Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't know that Matthew Morshed is playing with a very, very tender arm. He had an operation a couple of years ago on his shoulder, and I'm not sure if it's totally healed or he has had after effects from that surgery. But I'll tell you, there isn't a tougher kid around. He'll block anything coming at him. Wow. Burke actually slipped on that pitch.
And it actually
And
looked
still
like
got
the
a-
pitch did something for him, too.
I think it broke down. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Well, we're 3-1 on Carchidi right now, and Burke is running out of pitches.
Good pitch to hit right here. Should come right at him. I'd be surprised if he put a 2 in there somewhere. Looked like a 1 to me. That's right. You gotta pick that up right away. That 1 coming at you. Them hands out there.
Oh, there's ball 4 right there.
Yeah, he fought it off.
Come on, Ricky. We got to have you on here. Nice at bat. Nice at bat.
Yep,
You got some
absolutely.
speed on the
Back
bases
nice.
right away. There goes the more papers flying. Now Sean Sullivan coming up. I think we're going to try to get Ricky to second base. That's the first time I've seen Burke come down to the side a little bit. Threw that ball about 3/4. Two strikes. There he goes. And there's another stolen base.
Good jump. Very good jump off the pitcher.
I think we've got probably 4 or 5 stolen bases already. I know we had a double steal
Right?
and
Yep.
on one of them.
Ricky and Kenny had one.
And Ross had another one. Ross
Yep.
had actually 2 stolen bases. So I think we've got 5 stolen bases already. And I'm telling you right now, they're not stealing them on the catcher.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I've seen the pitcher, I think, throw over here one time so far.
Yep.
And he's still, even with a guy on base, he still has the high leg kick. Doesn't do the shuffle step at all toward the plate.
Right. Sean didn't like that call, but the umpire called strike 3. Here's Ross. Big run at second base right here. Last year, Ross hit a grand slam against KP. One of the games he pitched I know he was pretty excited about that. There's another line drive base hit, and I think we're going to get another run.
Sending him. Got to move.
Nice
Oh,
throw.
that was way off the
Ball
mark.
by.
Way off the mark.
Yep.
Nice
That
job.
was a rope.
Aggressive baseball.
That's it. That's how you win right there. And I'll tell you something. These kids know how to win, too. Line drive base hit by Ross Jaffoon. Great job. Took second base on the throw. And to be honest with you, that's the first time I've ever seen Craig Turner not get in front of a ball. Even though the throw was errant from the center fielder. Now Brendan Greeley. Brendan's got himself a baseball body, Kenny, huh? Long, lean.
Yep, absolutely right. Long arms, got the quick hands on the bat.
You know, it's funny. A lot of the juniors, until they played with us in the Diamond League, I never got a chance to see too much of them because they're always playing when we're away when you're home, or vice versa.
Yep.
And this is a young man that I wish I saw more of. We got one out. Ross at second. And that's a huge run right there. Foul tip?
I guess so.
Yep.
Kind of too far away to hear them, I guess.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike. The way it reads up on the scoreboard. Is that it? I think it is. There's a nice curveball.
Yep. Those are the ones you got to sit on right there. Can't go to that front foot too soon.
I think the pitcher warming up just hit your truck, Ken.
Yeah, he did. You know,
Well, let's hope there's no dents in that.
I go. I almost wanted to tell the catcher I don't think he's going to be coming in to pitch next.
Ross was going on that pitch. I can tell you right now. Burke stepped off. Got a full count on Greeley right now. This is a great opportunity to get another run in here. I think KP thinks Ross is going too. I think Ross thinks Ross is going.
Yeah, that was a little different right there. The pitcher reversed his motion on that one.
Yeah. Shot. We're going to tag. Nice shot by Brendan Greeley, sacrificing Jaffoon over to third base. Ball held up a little bit in the wind. In those 80-degree days, that ball's in the gap. Now Kenny's coming up for his third time. He's already walked twice. And we got Ross at third, and we've got to get that running. Nice swing. Nice compact body, nice wrist, good top hand, and Kenny Goodwin. Good baseball player. Good football player.
Almost caught him out in front again. You got to pick that curveball up right away.
Although I'm giving all this praise, he's questionable in that Texas Hold'em though, I think.
Oh yeah. That wind's going to take that behind the
that's going
backstop. I know he's taking my money. I don't take it from him. He's taking
Yeah.
mine.
That's the big fad. Everybody's playing poker these days. Starting when they're about 6 years old, and they're taking all the old men's money. Come on, Kenny, let's get him in here. Oh, a little high perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
2-2. I'm going to say he's going to throw the deuce again.
You think?
No, he didn't.
Oh, boy, he just got under it. Wind held it up. Wow. Wow. Either it held it up or it pushed him back because he made a nice catch. He didn't go back enough. Well, we got one anyway, right?
Yes, sir, we did.
Both pitchers have struggled at times, and I know Matt DeGeorge would appreciate nothing more than a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy that too, Frank, just to lower the pitch count a little bit and get a little further in the game.
I believe this is second baseman Glenn McElway.
Yeah, that's a good start. I always like to get that first one, get ahead of the batters.
Absolutely.
You were talking about Matt's pace earlier, Frank. I like that pace. I mean, at times baseball can be a slow game. When you have a pitcher gets the ball, gets his foot on the rubber and goes at it, makes a good pace.
You're 100% right. As a fielder, you know, you're trying to move the game along. You know, you got to sit out there for a long period of time, and when a pitcher doesn't have it and he won't work through it, it can be a tough go. I'm amazed at how many foul balls go into this parking lot and don't hit anything.
Yeah, they just seem to find the gaps in
Yeah.
between the cars. Like everybody parked the cars in the right spot. Just have the glove ready for when it comes over here.
Yeah, exactly. We got another full count. Both pitchers have had their share of full counts already this afternoon. And we've got another walk. So McElway has singled and walked. I think I can see why Coach Moran likes him. He's only he's a senior. I'm sorry, he's a senior. Got a nice eye. And this is right fielder Chris Caliendo. Popped out to DeGeorge's first time up. There we go. Let's get ahead, Matthew. Strike one.
Two.
Uh-oh.
Get the ball first.
I think we're going to the base before we got the ball.
Yeah, just a little bit of anticipation.
Yeah.
He was there. Just wanted to get to that bag first before the ball got to the glove. We got to work here. First and second, we got no outs.
No
Right.
outs, first and second. Yep. Yep. Ever since they're 6 years old, we're always telling them, look the ball into your glove, look the ball into your glove. I think that time Ross was looking at the base before he was looking at the baseball. All right, we got a little hole again to dig out of. Nobody out, first and second.
Need strikes. Need strikes right here. There's a big time to start throwing strikes right here.
I think we might have gotten one there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank him. Yep, I thought that was a tad low. You got to get them calls too.
Matt would say it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. There we go. There we go. Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
That's a nice comeback right there.
Boy,
That's a
we
big
needed
out.
that one badly. Cronin down on strikes. Now batting Shirley. We could use another ground ball here, Matt DeGeorge.
You're gonna get that double play right here.
Two balls. Three balls.
Well, let's see if we can bring them all the way back here. We got 3-0.
I got a buck says he takes this pitch.
I like them short bets.
Oh boy, here we go.
I think these next games, Frank, I'm going to use a pitch counter. I'd like to know how many pitches he's throwing right now.
You know, it's funny. I almost brought one. I had one in my hand this afternoon. And I said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that." I didn't think I could focus on 15 different things, so I didn't bring it. But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
And if I were a betting man, I think Matt's up around 85, 90 pitches already. Maybe more. Maybe more. I think we got a double play. Oh, that is huge. That was huge right there, ladies and gentlemen. Round ball to Jaffoon, to Greeley, to Sullivan. The pitcher's best friend, double
we
play.
can forget all about that first one.
There you go.
Right?
There
That
you
was
go.
nice.
There you go.
Sweet play.
Pitcher's name is Brian O'Riordan. Thank you, Mr. Cheney. And I'm not sure where he goes in the batting order, Kenny, to be honest with you, because I don't know if Burke came out. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Tommy Cheney's up for his first time.
That would be Timmy.
Is that? Oh, I'm sorry,
it's
boy.
Timmy. Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that wind! Look at that wind! Take that ball. He dropped it. He dropped it. Wow, that's
Nice
huge.
try though, huh?
I
Come a long way
apologize,
for that
to
baseball.
Timmy. He made a great try. That's it. One of those wind fly
Yes,
balls.
absolutely right.
Base hit for Timmy Cheney, left
Absolutely
center.
base hit. Yep, I agree, Frank.
Outstanding play by the
Yeah.
defensive center fielder.
Great effort. Great effort.
I know you can't see the wind on television, but boy, oh boy, blowing everything around here. Mike Swan's 2 for 2. He's up for his 3rd time. Feels like we played 9 innings already, Ken.
Absolutely. This has been long.
Got to get Timmy down to second base here.
I think he'll be all right. I
Yep.
think that'll take that out of play.
That sun's coming right into our face now, isn't it? I'll tell you, he'd have to have a howitzer to get it out of right field today.
Oh, you got that right. I just have a feeling we're going to send Timmy to second right here.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
It's 4-1 here, folks. If you haven't lost track of the score, Foxborough's leading in the bottom of the 4th inning. Two and one on Mike. Mike's just looking fastball. He's praying fastball. There goes Cheney. He got the fastball, but he got it up in the strike zone. Actually out of the strike zone, and it's out of play.
Had a good jump right there, Frank.
He did, yeah.
He just kept moving before he even went into his windup. Had a very good lead. Should have been in there standing up. Shouldn't have had a slid.
You know what amazes me? How come the pitcher doesn't step off the mound when the first baseman yells? He's going, and he hasn't even delivered the baseball.
Didn't even start.
You'd have him dead. And we see it every summer. We'll
Absolutely
watch
right.
watch
Oh,
2
yeah.
or 3 times that could happen. There's another wind ball out in left.
Went a long way to get
Yeah,
it.
he
He
did.
got it though.
He did it.
Boy, that ball started out in dead center and ended up almost left field.
Yeah. I'll tell you, folks, it's an adventure if you get the ball up in the air in the outfield today. One down, Matt Moorshed up. Matt's due to spank one. There goes Cheney. And we've got another stolen base. And I think that's number 6. And all 6 have been on the pitcher, not the catcher.
Yep, absolutely, because his throws are there.
Right.
He just doesn't have the time.
That's right.
Runner's there already.
Come on, Matthew. Let's go. Let's up the lead here.
It looked like a changeup to me, Frank, from here anyway.
I hope it's not his fastball,
Yeah.
because he's not going to be around long either. One ball, 2 strikes. If that fastball comes anywhere near this plate, Moorshed is going to drive, come right out of his shoes. 2-2 on Matt Morse, 1 out. Tim Chaney at second. Brian O'Riordan is the new pitcher for the King Philip Warriors. Phil Giardino on deck. He threw him the curve. Is that going to stay in? No, we got a break there anyway, Kenny.
Yeah, caught one of the trees.
Which, by the way, are beginning to overhang on left field and the left field line. We've got to get some work done on those. In the summertime especially, those branches are falling very, very close to the left field line.
Yeah, I was looking at it today from home plate.
Yeah.
I'd say they're approximately about 1.5 feet off the line.
Yeah.
You do lose a lot of foul ball catches in foul territory at the trees. But
Exactly.
they're almost there.
I know it's early in the season, but and the grass hasn't really blossomed yet here, but this really is one of the best baseball fields in the Hockomock League, Kenny, I think.
Oh, absolutely. You go to some of these other towns, and I mean, you're either playing on stone dust or you're playing in holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the bench area on the field itself, you might have one bench that seats 9 guys when you got 17, 18 players.
Right, exactly.
We are definitely fortunate that we have the Tree and Park take care of our fields here in Foxborough.
Oh.
No question about it.
What a great bunch of people we have working there under Dave Laliberty in the Tree and Park Department. They do a great job, and boy, really honestly care about the kids in Foxborough. They do a great job. Another foul ball.
Yeah, that one might hit the church. It's been a long at bat right here.
It has. Nice at
Good
bat.
at bat.
Nice
Yep,
at bat.
absolutely.
Here's Phil Giardino. He of the great throw.
Again, another timeout. What it comes down to, it's the Rentham coach just not getting the signals in quick enough to the catcher.
Yeah. McElway knocked it down. Got the lead runner. Good hustle by Phil. We got a shot. Timmy Chaney on third. Giardino on first. And here comes Ricky Carchidi. Goes Phil. That might be one of those times, Kenny, when you let the pitch go and you don't have to, and you allow him to.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, you got 2 outs.
Right.
Just give him a shot at it.
Exactly.
You don't want to put yourself in a hole, especially with 2 outs.
Right,
I'm talking
right.
with 2 outs. Any other time with 1 out or no outs, yeah, maybe. But especially with 2 outs, take that chance.
I think every time I call a hit and run, the batter always hit the line drive to second base and double them up.
Yep.
That's a nice play by Craig Turner right there.
Oh, that ball hit about 10 feet in front of the plate.
I think he's going. He's not going. Looks like Ricky's way ahead of the pitch.
He was on that one. Yep, stepped out a little too soon. And yet another timeout. See if Phil's off here. He's moving.
There he goes. Oh, wow. Very, very close play at third base.
Yep. That's one of them situations you want to get the uniform a little dirty.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Don't make it look that close.
Oh, yeah. Nice throw by Turner to McGuire at third base. Timmy Chaney was almost caught looking. Well, here's two for us here, Rick. There we go. That's a huge hit right
That's two
there.
runs right there.
There you go.
That's two.
Beautiful.
Go
Beautiful.
ahead. Go ahead.
Good job,
Nice
Ricky.
job. Absolutely.
There's a rope to left, 2 RBIs. I think we can run on this guy, Kenny, too.
Oh, absolutely. 2 outs. Absolutely. Ricky's
2
got
outs.
decent speed.
Why not?
Send him.
Why not? That's a big lead right there. There he goes. We got another one. I think that might be 7 stolen bases. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I got 7, Frank.
Yeah.
Count 7 there. Boy, it's been a few years since I had a dual block.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. Ah, there's another one. Sean Sullivan flies out to center field to end the inning. And we're going to the top of the 5th finally. Debbie Giardino does a great job, and not because she's a friend of mine, which she is, but she does a great job in the recreation department here, and appreciated by everybody I know in the town, because she works hard for the elderly, the young, and to make these parks, along with Dave Laliberty and his staff, the way they are, to make this park the way it is, I should say. It really is a nice thing for Foxborough to have all this activity here and all the fields that are actually really close together too. It's nice. You go from game to game.
Yeah, it's fortunate you got so many different, events and sports going on in just this one. I'd call it one complex.
Absolutely.
They all join against each other.
Absolutely. There, Tom's got his first pitch. His varsity
And
career.
it was
right
a
down the middle.
strike.
There you go. And he's facing a good hitter here. This is Craig Turner, the catcher. That might have been a little outside, but boy, it's tough to tell from this angle.
By
Look,
the reaction of Matt, it didn't look
Yeah.
like it was.
yeah. Matt doesn't usually
No.
say much, but a little giddy up on the ball here, Tom.
Yes, absolutely right. Yep. Got the 2 strikes here now. Let's see where we places it.
What a deep staff we have. And next year you're going to have 3 or 4 pitchers, top quality pitchers.
Yep.
Maybe even more than that.
Yeah, you're definitely
Yeah.
going to need help from the underclassmen as far as next year wise. No question there. Yeah. Nice job. That's
pitch.
a good start.
That's an outstanding start right there. Great job, Tommy. Tommy just struck out one of the better hitters in the Hockomock League and a senior. And now is the left fielder, Bill Walzak.
Tommy pitches. I call him Tommy finger licking Fitzmaurice because you notice after just about every pitch, he walks off the mound. He'll lick his fingers, just about every time. There he goes. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but it was facing the other way.
That's on the mound.
Yeah.
You know, he might get permission from the umpire to do it on a day like this.
Yeah, you're right.
But you're right.
Tommy finger licking Fitzmaurice, we used to call him.
And those astute enough to know what
Oh, yeah.
baseball's all about know
Puts
that
the
you
hand-
can't put your fingers in your mouth on the mound.
Right. Puts their hand in the dirt, puts their hand up to the mouth, eats the dirt, and gets back on the mound.
Good for him. Good for him. Nice pitch.
Very good control so far. Very good.
Full count. Just throw fastballs here.
Absolutely, huh? Hit the target.
Six to 3. Nice job, Ross. Good job, Sean. Good job, Tommy. 2 outs. I like him, Kenny. I don't think I've seen him pitch maybe once or twice, maybe in Babe Ruth League. A little quickness to him. And on a day like this, when you're a hitter going up to the plate, you don't want to face a fastball pitcher.
No, especially if we would remember the wooden bat days, huh?
Oh boy.
You feared these kind of days right
Yeah.
here. At least now with the aluminum a little bit better and the batting gloves, right, they make them a lot more padded
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I think if people wore batting gloves back when you and I played, they'd be called a few names.
Yeah,
And none of them would be
absolutely
good.
right. Yeah. If you didn't have splinters in your hands at the batting practice,
Yeah.
you'd hear about it.
All right, we're 3-1 again. Nope. There's a base on balls.
Well, I guess we'll find out how he handles the stretch real quick.
There you go. There's first baseman Brett Roy.
I believe this conversation right here is. I almost thought it was going to his fingers on the mound.
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought it might have been.
Might very well be. You're exactly right.
Yeah. Just telling the pitcher that he has to come off the mound
He said he
to
could blow
lick
on
his
his
fingers.
hands. Yeah,
right.
right.
On the mound,
Yep.
he can blow on them because
Yep.
it's cold enough. I don't know what that temperature has to be, but I know we're there.
We are past that. Honestly, right now, I think with the wind chill, it's got to be about 35 degrees. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, it's all that. Definitely.
I know I'm old and I feel it probably more than I did 20 years ago, but it's cold.
I think we need commercial breaks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we can go indoors, warm
We need
up.
a roof is what we need.
Maybe Chief Executive Mr. Cheney will work on that for us.
Yeah. Maybe we can go into the truck.
Yeah.
Come on, Tommy, let's get out of here.
Come get it, Phil.
He doesn't want to go to third. He doesn't want to go to third. Goodbye, he's
All
gone.
right, see you later.
Gone. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Dropped it.
Oh, wow. What another cannon shot by Phil Giardino to third base.
Nice
I
throw.
think he just got kicked out.
Yeah, he had the ball in his glove.
Yep.
Mike had it, but the slide, he
Yep.
in contact with his glove and kicked the ball out.
Yep. Tough play by Mike Swan.
Yep.
Great throw by Phil Giardino.
To give Mike credit, he hung right in there, runner coming at him. The ball was there. He had the ball in his glove.
Yeah.
The
What a
runner made
throw.
contact.
What a
Oh,
throw.
absolutely.
Unbelievable. What a throw. That ball didn't go 8 feet off the ground when he released it. Yeah, we're quickly at 0-2.
Yep. Good job, Tommy. You're throwing strikes.
And really, you can't ask for any more than that.
No,
Just to throw
absolutely
strikes.
not.
That's the name of the game for high school pitchers.
Yep.
They throw strikes, they're going to give themselves every chance in the world to get 3
You have
outs.
your defense behind you. Phil made an excellent play, made
Yep.
an excellent throw. The ball just happened to get kicked out of the glove. That's all.
That's it.
Everything worked.
Oh,
Nice job.
this is going to be tough right here. Nope.
Tough break. That was
Yeah.
tough. I mean, he struck the kid out, but the ball was low. Matt had trouble with it.
Yep.
You have to bounce back. Let's get this out. Get the third out.
The thing is, that screen's not that far back either. I don't
No,
know
it's
if he
not,
lost
no.
it or I can't tell. I got the sun in my face right here. I'm having difficulty seeing the ball across the plate.
All right, Phil's got that one. Center field.
Nice.
I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of slow curveballs. The shadows have practically covered the whole infield right now, and the only thing really totally in the sun is right field, which is a very tough place to play at this time of night. Two balls on Ross.
This pitcher, warm-ups, throws the ball right down the pipe. You know, throws
Yep.
good stuff.
Yep.
You put somebody up there in front of him, he just falls apart. Can't find it.
Ross flies to left, 1 out. Ball's not going to carry anywhere in here on this day. Here's Brendan Greeley. Two strikes.
Nice curve.
Yep.
Had Brendan a little bit fooled, a little on the front foot.
That was right down the middle.
Yep. Right back with the fastball.
Here comes Kenny up for his fourth time. He's got 2 walks and flew out to center field. He's also got a stolen base too, right? I think.
Yep. See, he throws him the bender right here.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Whoop. Whoa! Safe! Safe! Oh, wow. Can we see the instant replay on that one?
Yeah. David, we gotta watch that film.
Maybe next week. Okay. It looked like he beat the throw. And I think we're going to get a little check of that call by the home plate umpire. Coach Kaiser's questioning the call, and rightfully so. From my vantage point, it looked like he was safe. Tommy Cheney is now playing second base in place of Brendan Greeley for the Foxborough Warriors.
I think that's the only one.
And I think that's the only change right now. Tommy Fitzmaurice still on the mound, did a great job last inning for his first varsity inning. I like the way he throws the ball. Gets ahead of him right away. Mr. Goodwin and I have rearranged our bodies so that we're no longer sitting on his utility freezing cold bench, and now we're standing up so the blood can move a little bit.
Get you guys a blanket.
Yeah. Although I will say I like the vantage point.
Oh, absolutely. Above the fence.
It's great not having to look through the fence.
Yeah.
And for you folks who have never been over here to the varsity baseball field, they have a great fence. This fence is very well proportioned and maintained, and a great looking backstop too. We just need some bleachers, Kenny, right? We gotta have some bleachers over here.
A couple of sections all the way around.
Yep. I know they're working on the lights. They've been in the works for about a year and a half. Many public discussions over such, and I think they're attempting to raise the funds right now. Be a great addition to the ballpark.
Yeah, it would be nice to watch a night game in your own hometown.
On a hot summer night.
Absolutely right. Yeah, I agree.
And for those out there who haven't come to a varsity or JV or freshman athletic event, get out and see one. Come on, these kids really could use the support. It's a great form of free entertainment anyway, huh?
Absolutely right. Hey, Tom, you got a K?
That's number 2, right? That's the second one?
I believe so. You had one last inning,
He struck the first kid out.
Yeah.
If he just throws fastballs at the knees, he's going to be in great shape. Well, you got him down. He loves his fingers in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely right.
A very oral pitcher.
Yeah. He's overstriding just a little bit. He's trying to push himself too far down the mound.
Yep.
It's causing the ball to go low.
That's the one thing about the field I don't like is the mound. It needs some clay. Pitchers always complain about it. It becomes dust at the beginning of June. We talked to Coach Kaiser about that earlier in the day, and he was bemoaning the fact that it's not a great mound. We could use a little mix to make that stiffer so that you could get a good drive off of it.
Yeah, it comes down to a maintenance thing. It could be a great mound if you had the maintenance crew that took care of a field
Right.
every single day, and that's all they did.
Right, exactly.
You know, as far as Foxborough, how many diamonds and ball fields and athletic fields that these guys have to take care of.
Right.
They just don't have the time.
And to make them look as good as they do
Yeah.
all the time, it's a wonder they're able to keep up with them with the short staff that David Aliberti has. Well, we got one out here. We got one strike. We got a guy on first. Nice pitch.
Yeah, nice curve. Nice curve.
There's a rope. Line drive to left field by Dave McGuire. Puts guys on first and second.
You know, Tommy's been throwing strikes. He had the batter there, 1 and 2. I'd like to see him just try to move that ball around. If you know you're throwing strikes, get the ball outside. Take this batter to a 3-2 count. If you feel that you're raw and you're throwing strikes.
Yep.
You don't have to make that 1 and 2 pitch perfect all the time. You got to work the batter. And Tommy is throwing strikes.
Yeah, he's been around the plate since he's come in. We could use another double play here, Kenny. Let's get one anyway. Let's get one, Tommy. All right, there's one. Two outs.
Nice play by Tommy Dion Cheney. He does have enough bling.
Whoa, there's a 40-foot fastball. Up.
Good hustle by Matt. Couldn't find it. Got him in the hand. He made a nice play. Just couldn't find it.
12 people on the bench. Nobody told them where the ball was.
Yep.
They're all frozen.
Yeah. Oh, I got the hands in the pockets. I kind of think Matt wish he had his hand in his pocket too. He caught that one right off the hand.
All right, we got 2 strikes, Tommy. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. 3 outs. Nice work. All right, here we go in the bottom of the 6th. Tim Cheney up for Foxborough. Timmy's 1 for 3 this afternoon. Brian O'Riordan still on the mound for King Philip. I'll tell you, it's got to be tough to walk off the bench and go back out in the mound and pitch
Oh, yeah.
on an afternoon like this, in this
Yeah, all
cold.
that time, absolutely. Oh, it's got that nice slow change up, I'll tell you. It just comes right in nice.
Yep.
Get these batters sitting on their back foot.
Full count. Matthew DeGeorge currently is the pitcher of record for Foxborough. And with this victory, he could be 2-0 in the Hockomock League. Since Matt's come out, Tom Fitzmaurice, the junior for Foxborough, has gone in and done a really nice job. Tough play here. Safe. There's a base hit.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you got to come in and get that with your bare hand, Frank, and just pick it up and throw.
Absolutely.
No.
He walked in.
Yeah.
He walked in and threw
picked
the
it up,
ball.
nursed it. And
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. It's
You got to
just-
move, be quicker than that.
Yeah, it's too much speed in this team to be able to think you can do that.
Right. Here's Mike Swan. Mike's got a single and a double today. And I believe he's got at least one RBI, right? I think he's got an RBI as well. Timmy Cheney leading off first. We finally made it to the bottom of the sixth inning.
It's nice to see 3-4 can get that uniform dirty when he has to, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Get rid of that pretty boy thing.
Yeah.
He's going. Oh, he did get the uniform.
Yeah,
Look at that.
absolutely. Nice to
Look
see
at
it.
that. Must be meeting some girls after the game. He wants to look. He looked like he,
Yeah.
did something really good. Timmy's a great kid. He's a great kid. And I don't want to belabor this point, but that's our 8th stolen base, and every one of them has been stolen off the pitcher. And really, we've created offense because of that today.
That slow draining curve high just makes it looks like a beach ball coming at you.
I think I might even be able to hit that. I don't know. 3-1. Ground ball to first. Swanton's out. Moves Cheney to third. One down. And here comes Matt Morshed. What do we got on Matty today?
Walked twice.
Matthews walked twice. Practically everybody on the team's been on a couple of times, Kenny, huh?
Working on it. I'd like to see Matt get a hit right here.
I think you got one.
Come down. There you go. Good job, Matt. Good piece. That'll pick Timmy up.
There we go.
Nice job.
Line drive to center field by Matt Morshed brings home Tim Cheney. The score is ballooned to 7-2. You know, the way this game has been played, it seems like we have more runs than 7, doesn't
I
it?
know it.
It seems like we should have 15 or 20.
A lot of base runners. A lot of guys on base, too.
Yeah.
A lot of guys left on base.
Yep. Coach Moran's out to the mound to discuss all the possibilities with his pitcher, O'Riordan. We've got action in the bullpen over here. And here comes Phil Giardino. Phil's been on base a couple of times today with a walk and a fielder's choice. Made 2 great throws. We haven't really discussed it too much, but that's one of the ways this Foxborough baseball team can beat you is the defense.
Oh, like you talked about earlier, I mean, you get quality in every position. And whether you go too deep in that position or whoever you put out there, you can count on.
That's right. That's right.
All played baseball, Little League all the way up.
It really is a solid baseball team all the way through. Well hit ball to McElway at second base. Knocks it down, throws Giardino out at first. Didn't have a chance to get Moorshed at second. 2 outs. And Ricky Carchidi's coming to the plate. Ricky singled in 2 runs his last time up. And Matt Moorshed's at second right now. 2 outs. O'Riordan drops a curve over for a first strike. That didn't miss by much either.
No, that's the first one that missed, actually. But slow curvy throws. Hey, good pitch to hit right here.
Little up.
Oh yeah, good thing for that plexiglass, huh? We just replaced that today, put it in front of the camera. Butchie Swanton's doing the camera behind home plate. That plexiglass has stopped 2 of them that were going to come right at the camera.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two in for KP, 7 for Foxborough. I think Ricky wants a fastball.
I don't think he's going to see it.
Nope.
Nope.
Nice play. Nice play by the second baseman.
Good hustle by Ricky.
McElway made a nice stop at second base. Ricky beat it out. But McElway's dive stopped Moorshed from scoring, so Foxborough has man on first and third. 2 outs, and Sean Sullivan's coming up.
I think Sean's due for a hit here, Frank.
Yeah.
0-3 right now.
Two balls on Sullivan. 3 balls on Sullivan. If O'Riordan walks Sean, this is going to be the end, I think, for him.
Yeah, you think the coach would do that to us? Huh?
I think he would.
2 outs?
I think he would.
Yeah?
I think there's a little frustration on
Yeah?
Mr. Moran's part right here. No, we've got bases loaded, and he's not going to make a change. And Ross Jaffoon is coming to the plate.
That doesn't bother us, right?
No,
Keep
no.
him in there. Keep it going.
Ross didn't like that one. A little inside, perhaps, on his in his mind. I think you're going to see curveballs too, Ross. Nice stop. Turner's had to do that about 10 times.
Oh,
today.
yeah. He's worked. He works. Yep. Playing just like he was in the first inning of the game, too.
Yep.
Always going.
Oh, we got the bases loaded. We got 2 outs. We got a 1-1 count and a 7-2 lead. I would say this is a hitter's pitch, wouldn't you?
Absolutely right. See one right out of here.
I don't think you could hit one.
I
out
know.
of here,
You'd have to hit it hard. We're going to go right at him, right?
again.
Yep.
Oh.
Good piece. Good piece.
He caught it, but it died in the air. Tommy Fitzmaurice still on the mound. Brett Roy to the plate. Strike 1. Good start. That's the last thing Foxborough wants to see now is bases on balls.
Yep, you don't need it. I mean, you got a good-sized lead. Throw strikes. Let the kid hit it. I know it's every pitcher wants to strike out every batter. You got to get yourself to a point, though, where just let me throw strikes. I got a good team behind me, and let's get out of here.
Let
Let's
him
get
make
the
the
3 outs and
plays.
go home.
Absolutely. Let him make the plays. And there's the first base on ball.
Think he's going, Frank?
If he does, he's going to get shot.
Come on, Tommy. Do some strikes.
There's pitcher Brian O'Riordan up. There we go. Here we go. That's
There you
nice.
go, Tommy. Good job.
I think a hot bath might be in order right now here, Kenny, huh? Holy cow.
Thinking about it. You want to finish? I'll take off. Out of play.
If I gotta be here, you gotta be here.
That's what I heard.
That's the contract. That's the contract.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see that on paper.
Come on, Tommy. Let's get a strikeout here. Nice pitch.
Yes.
Nice pitch. Very nice. 1 out.
What I like about Tommy is his fastball and curveball is the same motion.
Yeah.
Everything comes at you the same way.
Good point.
Yep.
Second baseman Glenn McElway. Right away, Tommy Fitzmaurice is ahead.
Good time to get hot. Good time.
How about a double play here? Wouldn't that be nice?
There you go. See what I can order.
Timmy hasn't had a play today. Nice. There you go. There's 2.
Okay, give me one more.
There we go. 1-1, 2 outs. This is what you might call a serviceable win. We did what we needed to do to win. We weren't spectacular in any phase of the game. Pitching, defense, we had some defensive lapses, but we got the job done. And I think they know how to win. These kids know how to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we didn't crush the ball today. We got the hits when we were supposed to.
Right,
We had
exactly.
stolen bases. We were aggressive on the bases.
Very
which is
aggressive on the bases.
Very nice to see.
Absolutely. I like that myself. I know you're a proponent of the steal, and I love it myself.
Yep.
Very nice pitch. Full count. The runner will be off. There's a ball hit the field out in center. Canicorn. Game's over, folks. Foxborough 7, King Philip 2. And we'd like to thank Cable 8 Sports for putting on this production and listening to our 2 knucklehead deliveries.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back again to be knuckleheads again, Kenny.
we
Huh?
will.
I had fun even though I froze.
Next time and stutter or anything like that, we might get better.
We'll do better. We'll
Yep.
do better. Thanks, folks. I'm not sure exactly what we're supposed to say here other than goodbye.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.